Today's video, I'm going to show you one of the best ways you can gain highly targeted followers on Instagram that turn into customers. This is a strategy that I've talked about a bit on the channel, and that is purely because it is one of the only strategies that will always work on the platform. Some strategies pop up and work for a couple days, some strategies pop up and work for a few weeks, some a few months, some even a few years, but the majority of growth hacks often get covered up by Instagram eventually, or they get used and abused and therefore no longer an advantage. But this one today is something that will never go away. It's also Gary Vee's favorite. The comment strategy, otherwise known as the $1.80 strategy, the 502 strategy, the 2x10 strategy, the Gary Vee strategy, a whole different range of names that people give it, but at the end of the day, it is the same thing. So in a moment, I will dive into my screen, but first, we're gonna go over the two main things you have to get right to make sure that this is effective. So firstly, an obvious one, I say it a lot of the time, but your content has to be on point. It doesn't matter what growth strategy you're doing, whether it be the comment strategy, whether you're doing influencer marketing, whether you're trying to post reels, whether you're doing cross promotions, hashtags, any growth strategy. If your content isn't on point and people don't land on your page and love what you're posting, it's going to be really hard to convert those profile visitors into actual followers. Because at the end of the day, why would they follow you? Just think about it. If you think about this through your own lens and you stumble across an account on Instagram and they're posting the same exact content that 10 other pages you already follow are posting, what is your incentive to follow? There's no real need to add an 11th page posting the same content. Or on the other hand, if you stumble across your page and the content is just average and there's no real value in it and it's all over the place and random, there's no real incentive for you to follow. It doesn't stand out and make you want to engage with them. On the other hand, if you stumble across a page and they're talking about a topic that you enjoy, the content is amazing, it's something you haven't seen before, it is better than everyone else, and it really stands out, it all fits that one theme, and there's nowhere else that you've found that has that same level of content, of course you're going to follow them. You're going to follow them, you're going to like their content, you're going to share some of their stuff to your story, you're going to comment on it, and this is going to help you overall. And as mentioned, this goes further than just optimizing for the $1.80 strategy. If you get your content strategy on point, it'll help you with everything. It'll help you all around the board. Now, the second one, and this kind of leads on from the first one, you have to actually go ahead and optimize your profile so that you can convert these profile visitors into actual followers. And the main part of this is just setting up your profile so that it looks great and it fits your target follower. Fix your bio to explain who you are and what your page is all about and give people a reason to follow. If you post the best vegan recipes, literally put that in your bio. I post the best vegan recipes daily. And then maybe under that, you've got something about yourself. I've been a vegan for 10 years, or I've helped this amount of people lose weight on a vegan diet, or whatever it is. Talk about who you are and what your page is. They're the main two when it comes to your bio. You're also going to want to make sure you've got a nice looking profile photo. You've got a simple to remember username. You've got your name, not your username, your name, the bold part, some form of SEO in there to sort of describe your page so that people can find you. You don't want to be following too many people on your profile because that does look spammy. And you want to make sure if you do have story highlights, add a nice wee cover to them, whip it up quickly with Canva. It'll look awesome and it'll help you just have that more clean, professional look to your account. And by tweaking these few things, you can instantly take your account from looking very average to looking really nice with just sort of 5 to 10 minutes of work. Meaning when you do go out there and apply the $1.80 strategy or any strategy that you're using to grow your audience, it's going to help you grow much faster. And this is something that's known in business and in marketing as fixing the top of the funnel bottleneck, which is actually going to have a really positive flow-on effect. Because in this situation, you're fixing the conversion rate of profile visits to followers. And usually you're going to get profile visits, a percentage will follow, a percentage of the followers will engage, a percentage of those people who engage will turn into leads, and a percentage of those leads will turn into customers, a percentage of those customers will turn into returning customers, and so on. So if you can fix the bottleneck at the top and you can increase the conversions there, you're going to get more followers. More followers means you're going to get more engagement. More engagement means you're going to get more leads. More leads mean you're going to get more customers. More customers means you're going to get more return customers. So by improving these things like optimizing your profile and using this strategy better, it's going to have a really good flow-on effect. So by optimizing your profile and your content to convert profile visitors into followers and true fans, it's going to help you massively. And I want you to make sure you do that before you go about implementing any growth strategy. But that's enough for me. Let's dive into the screen. Okay, so diving into my screen, you can see I've optimized my profile so that I explain who we are and who we help. I've got content on here that is going to be relevant to my target customers. I've got a nice looking link. My story highlights are tidied up. My username is simple. Joshua on Instagram tips. I'm actually going to change that, but I recently changed it, so I have to wait 14 days. Bit annoying, but let's get into the strategy. So when I go about doing this strategy, I actually use a Chrome extension called $80. The cool thing about this is it's not an automated software that logs into your account. It's simply a Chrome extension that you use, and then when you log into your account on Instagram, it recognizes that. So when you've got it open in the same browser, it works just fine. What this does is it helps me track the amount of comments that I'm leaving so that I can make sure that I stay within the requirements each day and that I don't leave too many comments and potentially get myself action blocked. On top of this, it also queues the comments. So if I were to go ahead and leave 30 comments right now, rather than those all going out together, which potentially could get you action blocked, it'll spread them out throughout the day. So as you can see here, I've got a few different hashtags that I'm following. There's Instagram tips, Instagram marketing, Instagram tips and tricks, Instagram tips for business, as that is my niche. So I'm just going to go to this post here, which is a top post on the hashtag, and you can see he's got carousel design mistakes. So I'm going to leave a relevant comment that is to do with this. Ideally, then when people find this post on the hashtag, they then see my account, come across, and potentially follow. So I'm going to leave something simple like carousels are an awesome way to grow, although I'm not the best at making them myself. Thanks for the tips. Boom, relevant to the post. It's going to go there, and you can see I've commented on this post. There's my comment, boom. And if we come off, you can see that we've now made one comment. Now, the other cool thing is if you're using a software like this, you can also go and leave a comment naturally inside the app and it'll keep track of it. So if I just went ahead on a post, like say Dave Tallis, who's come up, who posts Instagram based content, if I went to his account and go ahead and leave a comment on one of his posts, so share all your secrets for free. This is an interesting post, and I've actually read through this already. So sharing content for free is so valuable, especially when selling services and done for you offers. It's helped me a lot. And so I'm leaving relevant, engaging comments about the specific post that he's made. And then as you can see, $80 tracks it, and they can now see that I've made 2 comments. So it doesn't matter whether you're commenting on the platform itself or using the Chrome extension, it'll keep track of everything so that you don't go over your limits and you can stick consistent. So maybe you set yourself a goal of leaving 30 comments a day or 50 comments a day or 90 comments per day. You can stick to that. You can look at your history and see the results that you're generating. Then all you want to do is go ahead and repeat this process every single day. So maybe every single morning you dedicate 10 minutes to going and leaving a bunch of comments on the top posts, and boom, they queue it throughout the day, they make the post for you, and that's it. It's a great way to bring targeted, engaged followers to your account, because by leaving comments on something like hashtag Instagram tips, which is my niche, obviously you do your niche, you are going to be getting in front of your target audience. So people who are searching for Instagram tips will find this content and they will see you in the comment section. So here's another one, 7 tips for Instagram Reels by Steven, who, great guy, knows his Instagram stuff very well. So bad word that we can't say on YouTube, perfectionism, just record it. Again, Reels have been insane for our clients. Would suggest everyone jumps on them. Boom. Just consistently do this. It's just a way to get yourself out there in front of more people, and so on. 3 comments now. And you can repeat that process over and over and over to grow your audience. And you can use an app like $80. I've actually got a code. If you use the link below and use 2021 growth, you'll get a free month. But you can use apps like $80. You can do it directly on the Instagram. I use the PC version. Personally, I don't really like doing it on my phone. and that'll keep track of everything. You can then jump into Explore, although you're better off to use the post itself. You can set your targets, you can set what hashtags you're targeting. I've got Instagram tips, Instagram marketing, Instagram tips and tricks, Instagram tips for business. You can look at the leaderboards, so it can give you that competitive instinct. We can see that SC has left 281 comments today, which is pretty insane. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the best growth strategies you can use to gain highly targeted, engaged followers on Instagram in 2021. Now, if you want to get a free month of $1.80, their team reached out to me and I sorted you guys out with a coupon code which will get you a free month. So if you use the link in the top of the description and the discount code 2021 growth, you'll be able to get that. This company is actually a fellow New Zealand company. Not many of us out there, but I live in New Zealand, they're New Zealand based. Awesome group of people, so I would suggest using that tool. That is the tool that I use when I do this strategy. Although full transparency, I don't use the $1.80 strategy as much as I used to. Nowadays, I often spend on influencer marketing. If I didn't have a budget for influencer marketing to grow my clients and to grow my own accounts, then I would definitely be using this strategy right here that I've just shown you to go out there and do it. Now you might be asking yourself, why would you use a Chrome extension like this rather than just doing it on the app? And granted, you can do this just on the app itself. However, by using the Chrome extension, you can track all of your progress, track the amount of comments you're doing. So not only does it make you more consistent, but you can also avoid going over the limits. Second, you can queue your comments, which is going to allow you to then leave a bunch of comments at once, which then gets spread out so you don't get action blocked. Number three, easy to manage the hashtags that you are consistently using. As mentioned before, you can set up the targets that you want to use. Simple as that. And four, tracks your progress and encourages you to do it consistently, because at the end of the day, if you aren't consistently doing it, you're not going to get results. So if you want to get a free trial, use the link below, put in the code 2021 growth, as you can potentially see on the whiteboard there. But that's it for this video. Hopefully this helps. If you want to see more content based around this strategy, if you want me to do a longer video where I just go through and leave 90 comments and you watch me do it, then I can potentially do that too. Just let me know in the comments and I will see you all in the next one soon.